Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Soto. I hope you're all doing really well today. I'm doing good too. There's some news I wanted to bring for you today. Some of it's quite interesting. Okay, one of them, the first one I want to bring to you says conspiracy theories already flourishing in Russia about meteor explosion. And this came out today, and I think you've all heard of the meteors. I think there was a few. And then this one says, a poll on the website for the Ritas news agency shows that 51% of respondents believe the meteor is the start of an alien invasion, according to Russia Slam. They believe it's the start to an alien invasion. I'll give you the link for that article. This one says, at least 20 people missing from secret black site detention centers. It said, in one of President Barack Obama's first acts in the White House, he ordered the closure of the CIA's so-called black site prisons, where terror suspects had been held and sometimes tortured. The CIA says it is out of the detention business, as John Brennan, Obama's pick to head the agency, recently put it. But the CIA's prisons left some unfinished business. In 2009, ProPublica's Daphne Linzer, I have a hard time with other language names, listed more than 30 people who had been held in CIA prisons and were still missing. Some of those prisoners have since resurfaced, but at least 20 are still unaccounted for. Last week, the Open Society Foundation's Justice Initiative released a report pulling together the most current information available on the fates of the prisoners. A few emerged from foreign prisons after the turmoil of the Arab Spring. One has died. The report relied exclusively on media accounts and information previously gathered by human rights groups. The Open Society Foundations also donate to ProPublica. The report counts 136 prisoners who were either held in a CIA black site or subject to so-called extraordinary rendition, in which detainees were secretly shipped to other countries for interrogation. Many of the prisoners were tortured, either under the CIA's Enhanced Interrogation Techniques program or by other countries after their transfer. The report also lists 54 countries that assisted in some way with detention and rendition. The U.S. has not disclosed the countries it worked with, and few have acknowledged their participation. The CIA declined our request for comment. I'll leave you that link. This one says, researchers getting closer to birth control for men. It says millions of women rely on birth control pills for family planning. But what if they could shift that responsibility to the men in their lives? Researchers are getting closer to making a contraceptive pill for men that could change the way couples plan their families. And then it talks about it in the end, but mostly it shows, it says in mice it worked 100% of the time, and once the pill was stopped, they were able to become fertile again. This one talks in the end of the article about, it says, a male contraceptive, one doctor said, I don't think women will trust it. And then it says that, okay, it says, determining whether a male birth control pill is marketable, even after it's proven to be a safe and effective method of family planning, depends on if the women in their lives would trust that. Anyway, that's another one I'll leave you the link for. And then the next one I want to bring you, it's a few different things today. The next one I wanted to bring you, you might have heard about some of the stuff. This one talks about sheriffs prepare to abandon citizens to federal gun grab. In the wake of the highly questionable surge in school shootings and the long-awaited gun grabbing effort being promoted by the president, lawmakers and the mainstream media Hundreds of American sheriffs have now gone on the record to state publicly that they will not enforce any new gun laws, such as the ones being proposed in the halls of the U.S. Congress. While the fact that such grassroots political pressure exists in an amount that would warrant such statement by sheriffs all across the country, the fact also remains that many of these public officials are merely cashing in on an exploitable situation to score political approval from their constituents, political approval for a stance they never intend to honor. Wow. This much is apparent to anyone who is even a casual observer of political discourse or the development of the overarching agenda inside the United States and elsewhere in the world. So, I don't know, guys. I think we're pretty much, as far as guns and things, we're going to have to just depend on ourselves and then our neighbors and friends. We know you can't depend that the sheriffs are going to back you up. They can't go beyond what the government says as far as the guns. They can't go beyond that anyway. There's no way they could. And that's all as far as the news, and I'll give you all the links for that. It seemed like there was a bit more when I started reading it, but it all just makes me crazy about how times have really changed. Seriously, times have really changed. I was thinking how much times had really changed, and I wanted to tell you about one time, and this just has to go just in the file of, wow, this is not the same country it used to be. Back in 1992, I seriously remember this situation, and I don't know, like, I was talking to my husband about it, and it got him laughing. I was talking about, I got pulled over in 1992 for running a red light. Okay, guys, come on. I wasn't a Christian back then, but I ran a red light, and I was driving an old 77 Ford pickup truck. Yeah, I rarely think about that truck, but I remember that day I was driving it, and I ran a red light, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was a cop behind me, and I pulled over, and the cop was talking to me about running the red light, and I told him, okay, wait, the situation was on that the green light switched to yellow, switched to red so fast that it just didn't give me a chance to stop. And he looked at me and said, that's a 15th second yellow. I'm like, oh no. Okay, I got it. This is what it is. It was the car that was coming toward me had the bright beams on, and it blinded me, and for just a split second I just, I kept going. I didn't realize, and then he had a smile on his face, and then he said, no, you can't have the bright beams, going in your face like that. He said, it's 10 o'clock in the morning right now. All right. And I told him, okay, wait. This is good. This is what it is. I said, there was so much rain and ice on the road, I didn't feel like I could safely stop without maybe hitting a car in front of me. And that cop was just bursting out laughing, just really guttural laugh, and he goes, it's a bright day outside. There's no rain. There's no anything on the road. It's as dry as can be. He was just laughing, and I'm like, he goes, you got anything else? I said, that's all I've got. I'm sorry. I ran the red light. I did. I ran it, and he just gave me a warning. He said, all right, just don't do that again. Just slow your truck down. Do you think that would ever happen in this day? I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Back in the day, seems like things were pretty mellow, and now they're talking about taking away the guns. Now they're talking about all these other stuff. It just will never be the same as it used to be. Not that it was perfect by far back then. It was just different. Maybe it was just the fact that I was still younger in that day, and I wasn't really into everything that's going on around me. I don't know, but things are getting really heated up in the world, and I'm just so waiting for our Lord to come back. But you know, His timing is perfect. Even though we might be trying to wish His coming was right now, you know, maybe He's saying just wait a little while. It's going to be a little while longer. His timing is totally perfect. Our timing isn't totally perfect. But anyways, friends, I'll leave you with that and tell you, you know, just keep watching for our Lord. Keep waiting for Him. Don't ever give up. He loves us so much. He's coming so soon. Keep telling your friends about Him. And keep loving your family. Keep spreading the gospel, the good news of the Lord. Our time is so short here, the time that's left. Okay, I'll let you go for today. Bye, friends. Bye. Have a good weekend. I'll try to get back on this weekend.